Aloha friends, today I'm going to make you strawberry shortcake muffins. They're super delicious. My name is Maria Emmerich. I'm a nutritionist who specializes in the keto and carnivore lifestyle, and I love showing people how to make really delicious food so they can stay on track. No cheating, right? So today we're going to start with, you want a nice large bowl. I have the oven on at 350 degrees, and we're going to start with 1 cup. I'm using unsweetened coconut milk. This is the light stuff, just to lighten them up a little bit. It's 1 cup into a bowl, okay? And then we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of coconut flour. Now, coconut is not a nut, it's a fruit. So it's much more well tolerated than something like almond flour. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of allulose. And allulose is a great natural sweetener that actually helps lower blood sugar, which is great. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of my favorite Equip Prime protein powder. This is strawberry flavor. It used to be my favorite, but now I like some other ones of theirs. But this is what was always in my suitcase when I would travel, just because like sometimes I'm in some sketchy areas and getting quality food is hard. So this Equip was my savior. So you want a 1/2 cup of that. So this is going to be nice and high protein. We're going to add 5 eggs into this. So the thing about coconut flour, if you're trying to substitute a recipe with almond flour, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. You use about 1/4 of the amount of coconut flour as you would almond, and you need about more than twice the liquid. That's why there's a lot of liquid in this one. There's so much fiber in that. Okay, now we're gonna add 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm gonna mix this up before I add the rest of them. All right, now we're gonna add, let's see, 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, and then we're gonna add the chopped strawberries that I did. This is not staying for me, okay. And you want about 1 cup chopped. I probably have a little bit more than that, but it's fine. I already chopped them up. There we go. And then this, muffin, cupcake, whatever you want to call it. Cupcakes always sound like more of a dessert. Muffins sound like a breakfast thing to me. I don't know if you feel the same. But this is going to have a nice creamy filling, right? Strawberry shortcake type thing. I'm going to mix this up again. Yeah, you can see that coconut flour is making this very thick already. I'm going to add one more thing. I'm going to go right here and grab it. It's out of my video reach. It's stevia glycerite, which is a non-bitter stevia. I like to blend sweeteners. It kind of gives it a more, I don't know, palatable taste. And it's like thick like a honey, this stevia glycerite is. Okay. Now I have my silicone cupcake liners right here. And I'm gonna spray them with a little bit of avocado oil spray. You could use butter, tallow, coconut oil to grease these up. I'm almost out of this. Come on, make it all. All right, good. Okay, I think that's cached. Then we're gonna fill these cupcake liners, and we're gonna bake them before we put the filling in there. There we go, fill them about 3/4 full. And then we're gonna bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes. You want them cooked all the way through, so you can take it like a little toothpick, insert it into the middle, and if it comes out clean, then they're done. All right, it smells like strawberry. So my kids, they don't love this strawberry. They said it tastes synthetic, but I grew up on strawberry Nesquik. Anybody else like the stuff that you put in milk? The strawberry milk? So like I'm used to that synthetic taste. It actually brings me back to my childhood. Anybody else? All right. Perfect amount. We have 12 standard size cupcakes going on here. Probably could have got a little more. I'm filling them really full. All right, we'll toss these in the oven. I'm going to catch you back in about 25 minutes. Okay friends, while the cupcakes, muffins, whatever you want to call them, are baking, we're going to make the filling for them. So I have a bowl, and I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. And if you have a stand mixer, it works really well in a stand mixer. And I'm going to whip this. I'm going to add the allulose, 1/3 of a cup of allulose, and maybe a little stevia glycerite if you want to. And I'm going to whip this until it's really stiff. Okay friends, now we got some, I'll show you, some pretty stiff peaks formed, right? And we're going to add 8 ounces of softened cream cheese and a little bit of vanilla. Okay, a little bit of vanilla, about a teaspoon. And then I'm going to mix this up again. And that is your filling. And it's going to go into it. At this point, you can taste it, make sure it's sweet enough to your liking. But we're going to set that in the fridge until the muffins, cupcakes are totally chilled. Because if you would fill them when they're warm, it's just going to melt and fall out. So we'll catch you back in a little bit. And here are the muffins. They have just a few minutes to go. I know it's really blurry. There we go. That's what they should look like. Okay, my friends, before I forget to tell you, Equip is so generous. If you use code Maria, you've saved big time on your order. So check that out. Now these are totally chilled. I had them in the freezer for, I don't know, an hour. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a knife and kind of rim the outside to let them loose, just so you don't break any. And then pop it out like that. Ta-da! Okay, so now we have the cupcakes, muffins, and you want a piping bag. Now, this isn't ideal because this has like 2 edges on the bottom, but I'm going to use it anyway because that's all I got. I ordered some piping bags, but I don't want to wait to do this. So I'm going to, which one did I cut? Okay, I'm going to put this into the piping bag. Oh, I wish I would have had a spatula. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. Nice job, Maria. Okay, so I'm going to put this nice and thick filling into the piping bag. And then I'm going to poke a little hole. You could do the bottom or the side. I'm just going to go into the bottom here. And then fill the inside. Now, if you don't want to go to this trouble, just serve the muffins with this and you dip it right on in there, right? So there. You have the 1 cupcake. And then I'm going to continue with the rest. And then we're going to have Kai's taste test. I think he's going to like these because he likes strawberries and he likes cream. His New Year's resolution was to eat more heavy cream. Yeah, that's my kid. So then I'm just going to cut another hole and do it again. All right. That's how easy it is. Good morning, Kai. How are you? I know it's early. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
More afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, you get louder in the afternoon, don't you? Well, we have strawberry shortcake muffins for you, which I really think you'll like. They're packed with protein, great for the jail park. So why don't you take a bite of the back one? The back one, I said. Yeah. What would you rate that 1 through 10? I don't know if you got any filling with that bite.
7.1.
Maybe I should wait till the afternoon when you're happier. No?
7.1.
7.1, people. Now, if you try it, what is your rating? And what do you want to tell people, Kai?
Cook with your kids.
Cook with your kids. Mahalo, everybody. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS, acid reflux, depression, and IBS. Instead of taking those prescription drugs, I decided to change my life with food. Yes, food healed me, and it's healed so many of my clients over the past 20 years of working with people. If you are interested in transforming your life, check out KetoMaria.com. I'd be honored to help you.